Hey guys, it's Randy. Thanks for listening to my, sometimes possibly boring contacts with, you know, these different men and some of the stories. Um, if you're bored with them and you've realized that none of them ever really amount to anything and you're just tired of hearing about it, then I guess just click off. But one of the reasons why I make these videos, well, one is because I don't really have anyone to share what goes on with me kind of on a daily basis, and I need that companionship. So that would be you guys listening to me. I do have this need to express myself, every now and then. And so I really appreciate that anyone even really gives a shit to listen. And those of you who are amused by parts of it, even better. But another reason why I share some of these stories about what's going on in real life with me is because I'm trying to illustrate that there's a big difference between the covert narcissist and all sorts of other guys. Even though tons of these guys have red flags, or they become, in the undesirable pile with deal breakers, etc. Or they do these suspicious things, but all of them seem to do it. Every single one of them has either some kind of they seem either secretive, or they're unreliable, or something they say or something about them is questionable. But that does not make them an evil, dangerous narcissist like the one that I was married to, that completely switched up his personality and tore off the mask. And then, I found out he was engaging in all of this, terrible behavior behind my back. What I'm dealing with in meeting different guys, whether it be meeting them by chance or through a dating site, doesn't come anywhere close to having a 16-year relationship and then watching it just explode before your very eyes when you really weren't expecting it, and all the other things that go on throughout the relationship with a narcissist. I mean, it can't compare. And although, we learn about the red flags, but I think that people get way too hung up on the red flags, because when you come down to it, everyone presents red flags. My God, I'm sure I present red flags all over the place from a guy's perspective. If he knew what all these red flags were. I can't really think of any that I would present, but I bet I do. So my point is, by telling these stories, it's like I'm trying to tell you all, you can meet men, you can get out safely, you can decide not to engage once they do something that really turns you off, like I do. That's when I stop engaging. It's very simple to stop engaging. I haven't had any stalkers. after I stopped engaging. I haven't had anybody that continued to text me or try to contact me after I told them I wasn't interested. And so I just don't feel that I'm like in danger just by meeting guys in public places and getting to know them until, something about them turns me off or vice versa, and then they stop contacting me. I just don't see the danger in that many of my listeners seem to see. And I know, after what we've been through, we're super suspicious of people and we're very guarded and we know all these red flags. And I know the red flags too. Believe me, I know what they are. But if you stay conscious all the time and hyper alert, hyper vigilant to all of the red flags, you're going to see them all the time. That's all you're going to see. And you're never going to meet anybody. And I'm not even trying to say meet anybody for long term. You're not going to be able to socialize with anybody. You're going to be pegging everybody as this potential evil narcissistic devil. And it just can't be the case. It's not possible that 100% of the guys I've met are all narcissists. They're a lot of things. They're duds, they're boring, they're like unreliable, secretive. They might be liars. They might be all sorts of things. They might be assholes. They might have ED. They might have all sorts of deal breakers that I can't handle. But I'm trying to show you that you can meet people, you can keep as long as you keep boundaries and don't just fall head over heels for any Tom, Dick, and Harry that you come in contact with, you should be fine. And I just think that my listeners, their expectations for men and how, I don't know, the ideal man would behave and what he's got going on and how, the expectation that you're going to be able to meet somebody that shows no red flags at all when you don't know them yet. So, how do you know? You don't know they're lying, you just suspect they're lying. You don't have any evidence that they got another girlfriend on the side already, but you think they might. It's like, I can't live my life that way. So, I really don't share this stuff with you all so that you can tell me that, oh, he's a narcissist, or beware of this, beware of that. Although, I'm totally taking it all into account. I'm trying to tell you guys that it's not dangerous to date and socialize and meet people at public places and have conversations with them and text them or talk to them on the phone and go on a couple dates to find out if you click. It's not dangerous if you keep your wits about you. And even if I do run into somebody who's, got a lot of narcissistic traits, as long as I keep my wits about me and as long as I don't fall in love, really, I'm safe. It's when all that romantic love clouds your mind and you start putting your guard down and you start fantasizing and being like out of reality and the too good to be true phenomenon, that's when you get into danger. But prior to that, just coming in contact with, people that seem like they, are an asshole or present in some kind of way that makes you suspicious does not necessarily mean that that's reality. We have to take ourselves into consideration and see all the filters that we have and all the clouds we have that has made us put up our guard. A lot of times, I think too much so, where to be that guarded, you'll never let anyone into your life. You'll never meet anyone. So I'm trying to show you that it's safe to meet people and go have a couple of contacts, and then if it doesn't go anywhere, call it a day and move on. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's exhausting, but I haven't had experiences where I'm just like, oh my god, I'm done, I'm never going to do this again, because I have confidence that I do have good judgment. So I guess that's all I wanted to say. I hope you understand where I'm coming from with this, and have a great day.